welcome back to another episode of Guidance from Within. I am your friend and host, Brittany Woods, bridging the seen and unseen worlds of our reality. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Ascended Masters, who they are, like why are they important, who they help, how they help, and our own journey to becoming an Ascended Master. Yeah, I did just say that. Our own journey to becoming an Ascended Master. Did I just blow your mind a little bit? Well, let's start by saying that the first time that I heard about the Ascended Masters was when I was really young and my grandmother was teaching me energy healing. I realized that as I was becoming an energy healer, I would start working with these light beings that were offering assistance in healing the earth and healing us. Being so young, being 14, it kind of freaked me out a little bit to have the possibility of a greater being that I couldn't see at the time or talk to at the time or really feel at the time. That they would somehow be influential in the work that I do. I didn't understand that just yet. As I grew older and became a young adult and entered the world of the Akashic Records, I started channeling and coming more into contact with Saint Germain. Saint Germain is an Ascended Master. He oversees the violet flame of healing, which is known as Cosmic Ray 7. I'm not going to talk too much about the cosmic rays in this podcast. That'll be a whole other time that I do that. So if you're using the violet flame in your healing, and if you call on the violet flame for healing, you can bet that Saint Germain is going to be there to help assist you in that healing. I work with Saint Germain a lot in healing. I work with Saint Germain a lot in my Akashic Records. He does come through often. I have had Saint Germain come through in readings for other clients as well. And Ascended Masters themselves are really us who are souls, right? Who have been here on the plane, have worked through all their stuff, done all their earthly incarnations, and they've reached this sort of state of enlightenment and received if I could quote, like put this in quotes or something, kind of like a spiritual promotion. They chose to take up their positions as Ascended Masters to help bring the earth into higher consciousness and to help bring earth and her people into a higher consciousness. Working with the Ascended Masters, what you'll also be fascinated to know is that you can find out if you work with certain Ascended Masters, whether you channel yourself, just ask. Be on the lookout for signs from Ascended Masters. So if you're seeing a lot of one image or one animal totem, or if you're seeing a lot of certain color, or if you're hearing a lot of the same Ascended Master around you being spoken a lot, maybe they're trying to get in contact with you and let you know that they're here to help assist you. An Ascended Master that I'm kind of more familiar with is also Morya, which he is the Ray 1 Master. He helps with willpower and sort of us using our willpower to create a better world. Jesus, the Ray 2 Master, he is overseeing Ray 2, which is love and wisdom for all of humanity, which makes sense if you think about a lot of the teachings of Jesus are rooted in love and teaching about kind of this unconditional, unlimited love. We also have Isis is an Ascended Master. Kuan Yin is an Ascended Master. I already talked about Saint Germain and Ray 7. If you look up some research on all the Ascended Masters out there, there are a ton. These are the ones that I am more familiar with, the ones that come into my awareness that work with me. A lot of times the goddess Isis will come in, or Kuan Yin, to do some feminine healing as well. When folks need a little bit more motivation or they need really some help getting things started, Morya will come in with Ray 1. When folks are needing a lot of healing, Ray 7 usually comes in with Saint Germain. I work a lot with Buddha as well, especially with people who are on their journey of trying to find inner peace, or especially who people are on their journey who need a reminder to sort of not take as much action, if I can say that, not take as much action, but to sort of be more calm and contemplative and processing, and then moving forward in that way. A lot of beautiful, peaceful energy with Buddha as well. Ascended Masters oversee soul groups as well. So it's really interesting to think about is just as you go to third grade and you have your third grade class, and then you go to fourth and you have your fourth grade class, soul groups are overseen by a certain ascended master. So for me right now, my soul group and kind of one of my life guides is Saint Germain. I'm learning a lot about alchemizing. I'm learning a lot about polarity, duality. I'm learning a lot about the violet flame and using that for healing at the moment in my life. So right now I'm in sort of Saint Germain's class. I, through the Akashic Records, will be able to help channel an ascended master if there's any messages that they want to share to you or any messages that they want you to know. These ascended masters come forward and they give really powerful information to souls about where they are on their journey and how the ascended master themselves are helping the client on their journey. And so if you want to learn more about the ascended master that you work with, or you are trying to contact a certain ascended master, let me know in a reading, and that way we can call them in and see if they want to share anything as well. I call these sort of like Harry Potter houses. Like we kind of get at a certain point on our spiritual evolution that we begin to sort of pick and choose an ascended master's house that we want to learn. It's almost like if you're going to get a certification in a certain area or certain school or certain class, we get to choose what area of certifications we want to sort of go into, and it's kind of fun. I will also say that they help everyone. So everyone has access to the Ascended Masters. Anyone can call in the Ascended Masters for help, support, and healing. They can be a great relationship that you start to build between you and your spirit guide. Calling in an Ascended Master and really starting to work with them can be powerful. It can be life-changing. It can be very healing and uplifting. I mentioned earlier that our journey on this Ascended Master road is one day we will become Ascended Masters. That is true. When you think about yourself and you think about if you believe in reincarnation or past lives, think about how far you've probably come, how many lives that you've had, right? And how far it's put you on your spiritual path. When you think about the future of your own evolution and the future that you have that's happening right now of you becoming your highest self, what does that mean? You becoming your highest self might quite literally look like you becoming an Ascended Master. And what I mean by this is every Ascended Master that comes and stays to help humanity, and before they go on to whatever great adventure they're going to go on, they decide to stay and help humanity for whatever time being. As they do that, they know the journey because they were once where you are right now. They were once where I am right now. They know the journey. They know what it takes to become liberated from this journey. And through that spiritual process, they understand also what you need. They understand what it's going to take for you, and they're here to support you, and they're here to help you ascend as well. I think we're all becoming Ascended Masters, whether it be an Ascended Master that stays here and chooses to become like the overseer of Ray 3 or the overseer of Ray whatever it might be, Ray 11 or what I mean is we'll have choice on how we wish our souls to stay here and help with the earth and help with the earth's ascension. We also will have choice if we would like to move on and go somewhere else and go on another grand adventure as a soul somewhere else. We will be given that choice. The Ascended Masters that are here that decided to stay, they are the ones that are helping us, that want you to ask for help to help you on your journey. So it might be really fun for you to connect and see who's helping and support you. What Ascended Master do you feel really drawn to? If you Google a list of Ascended Masters, read that list and think, wow, I feel really drawn to this Ascended Master, or maybe this Ascended Master, and you might get a feel for kind of the house of the Ascended Master that you're in. It can be a lot of fun for you to try to do that. I suggest calling them in, telling them things, asking for things, being open to receive from them, letting them know that you're open to learning from them and that you're open to nurturing and building the relationship with them. I think that could be a lot of fun for you to kind of see what happens through that acknowledgement of the relationship as well. There's infinite growth that you are a part of. So just as you're growing and becoming, your Ascended Master is also growing and becoming as well. So it's not that they It's not like they're just where they are forever. They will also continue to grow and they will continue to evolve as well, just as you are doing the same. I hope that you start working with your own ascended master and be open for the possibility of building that relationship and adding to that relationship for your own growth as well. Please subscribe if you haven't and leave a comment. I'm really curious to know what you think about this episode. I'm also curious to know if anything's come up for you that sort of piqued your interest. You can email me and let me know if this has sparked anything within you. And if you do start working with your own ascended master or masters, have fun with that. Allow that to be a journey, and I am wishing you all the best on it.